Hello and welcome. This is Gigi, and this is a weekly tarot reading for my Cancers for the week starting September 19, 2016. And if you'd like to have a private reading from me, you can send me an email at gigileetarot@gmail.com. You can also subscribe to my channel. I would be very appreciative. Thank you for those who subscribed already, and welcome to my new subscribers. I want to thank you all for your likes, your shares, your private messages, your comments. It truly means a lot to me. And I also posted below the video where you could find me on social media as well. When I started recording this reading, it wasn't no noise, but now it seems to have some type of work outside, so I apologize. Hopefully I'll be able to finish the video. And you can also see below the video where you could find me on social media as well. And now, my Cancers, on to your reading. And let's see what we have in the past position this week. We have the 10 of Swords. So it's a full-time ending for you. There's an ending. It's just a great release, because I find that when we have a new, it's this trend, there's a lot of trends that is positive around you, my Cancers. But the last one was the eclipse. It was actually a lunar eclipse in your 9th house. It was in Pisces. It was beautiful because the 9th house is such a spiritual house. It's the house after Scorpio, after the full release. It's this great optimistic energy about life and things and nature. And I think, sometimes the 9th house could bring a lot of fear. And this fear also is because of this, retrograde in your 3rd house is kind of hard. And I think I've talked to you guys when I had this retrograde in my 3rd house. So some of you could be having, some emotional release starting this week, okay? It could be just that now it's just, some people around you or have been shown their colors to you, or some people are not around you as close that you would want for them to be, or vice versa. It could just be now, but it's a release because it was, there was a pressure. Pressure sometimes is when Cancers can't let go. Cancers is hard. Like, one of the negative traits of Cancers is they're very possessive. Possessive. Yes, I think I say it better. Possessive. They're like they hold on to things, to people for so long. Sometimes it's a very detrimental behavior. And when they release it's like they release them, but like the resentment is there. But here I find that some of you guys have to release something, okay? Or some people. And I say some people because, like I said, this energy is in your 3rd house. 3rd house is about extended family. It's the house before you. It's a very, very interesting placement for you, okay? So there's people that maybe you counted as family, or you have known for a while, or whatever that is. That now there could be a disconnect where you're feeling that this relationship is not balanced, okay? But if that is the case, know that it's a release. And I think that sometimes those cycles should come from time to time, where we should clear energies, And maybe that is something that is happening for you because of a specific event or a situation that made you realize, but you seem to allow this to just, you seem to allow the friendship to just be released, or the friendship or anything related to friendship. It could be also extended family, cousins. And let's see what we have in a present position for you, my Cancers, this week. We have the 3 of Rods. So you see in this picture, we see someone turning his back. And clearly he's not looking back. He's really looking ahead. And the 2 rods ahead in front of him and the 1 behind is to signify that he has support. When you have 3 rods, it's support. Okay? And the support it doesn't mean that it's physical. It could just be your inner guidance, your inner peace, your inner knowing telling you that it is the best thing for me to do at this moment. You know, this energy could be internally. It doesn't mean that someone is aware necessarily of what's happening. Maybe you have a relationship with people where you're not satisfied and they have no clue. And that could certainly happen with cancers too. Cancers are good at it. Sometimes they're not satisfied. See, cancers are moody. They're not satisfied. They won't tell you anything, and they just want to break from you. They won't talk to you. You know, I have a sister. My big sister is actually a Cancer. She's born on 24th of June, and I myself is a Scorpio sun. But as I said about astrology, it's a very tiny part. You know, I've only one planet in Scorpio, but I know that about some of my Cancers because again, this is a general reading. So some of you are you're just walking towards a direct direction. Another direction. You're just letting go of things. You have the support that you need, and the support again is this peace inside where you now feel the need that you feel that you have done the necessary, or you have said the necessary. You know, sometimes we argue. You want someone to, you know, you're trying to do as much as you can, and then you have to come to a point that you can't please everybody, and not everybody's gonna like you. Okay, and let's see what we have in a outcome position for you, my Cancers this week. 7 of Cups. And let me tell you something. Hold on to how you feel. You may go back and forth. Well, then you know this happened, so you may try to justify it or find excuses for what is maybe obvious. Okay. It should be obvious. Maybe with the 7 of Cups, it's not obvious anymore. You know, you're not sure of what is it that you're not happy about, or what are you complaining. You know, sometimes it's true. Relationship is just like you have to take what you get. And there's different things we have to say. There's relationships that are more complex than others, and some of them, most are emotional relationships. So here it could be something happening in your life where you're not sure. It could be also that there's a lot of things going on and you're not talking about it. You're keeping a lot of things to yourself. I mean, your third house ruler, which is, you know, Mercury, Virgo, is going retrograde. And it's also communication. You know, third house is communication. You know, expressing yourself. You're keeping things to yourself. So it may be hard for people to know how you feel. You know, by not talking, you may be saying something else. Maybe there's a way for you to get out of this emotional place. But hopefully this week is the last week of Mercury retrograde. Okay? It will go forward after that. Now, it still has to go back to the shadow phase, which is the degree that it went when it started to go backward. But it will still be out of retrograde completely, you know, later on this week. I think it's the 22nd. Or let's say 22nd, okay, 22nd, 23rd. But I'm going to end this reading here for you, my Cancers. Let me know how this resonated with you. Leave me comments. Until next week, send you lots of kisses. I love you.